Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be showing you my collection of my Colourpop Lippie Stix and Lippie pencils. My last video I showed you guys the eyeshadows that I have from them, and now I want to show you the lip items, and then hopefully my next video will I'll be showing you guys some of the blushes that I bought. I didn't buy too many of them, so I didn't know what to expect, but I've actually been really enjoying it. I'm wearing one today, so I'll be showing you guys that hopefully in my next video. But with the lipping pencils, I want to show you the packaging, everything that it comes with, give you my thoughts on these, and I also want to give you guys live swatches of these pencils and the Lippie Stix, essentially what they call them. I love them. That's all I gotta say right now. I'll get more in depth on that, but I've been talking about them on my Instagram, Twitter, I mean, basically everywhere, and this company has not let me down so far. I love it. So, just to show you what to expect when you make an order through them, I've made a couple of orders already, and I have seen them ship my items a little bit differently. So one of my items, or some of these lip pencils, came in this type of packaging, and essentially all they really put in there, was the paperwork, and they had a little foam in there and the pencils. So this was one of them, and then most of my items have come in a full box. Now, I find it kind of interesting to see a company that ships items so differently every single time, because the first time around this small box came in a larger box. Don't know why, but that box was massive, and I really only ordered like six lipsticks and like 2 shadows. But the big box, and then you found this small box, and then the other couple times it's just been the small box, which I prefer. I don't like wasted materials. It's just a waste. The items, they come really, really nicely packaged. Now it's just, plain box, but when you open the box, it's really, really cute covering on there, and everything comes completely wrapped in this foam, and there was actually more foam on the top. So essentially everything that you order, doesn't move around. And again, the box is really, really cute. Way to go, Colourpop. It's just adorable. I like that they put a touch in their packaging, and it's really nice. And then now on to essentially the items that come in the box. So they come with the little cards that give you the descriptions of the items. Plus they also give you a little postcard with their handwritten note, just saying cute little either quotes or saying thank you for the order or have a nice year. Different little things. So this is really, really, really cute and nice touch. Now, this is a card for the Lippie pencils. Essentially the Lippie Stix that I'll be showing you. I'm not going to read you through it. You can find all this information at their website, Colourpop.com. But this is what the little card looks like. Just give you a description of the items, and then their advertisement on the back. And essentially it just gives you a description again of the items, the type of product, the type of ingredients that it comes with inside of these lipsticks, which essentially comes with vitamin E, mango, avocado, and shea butter for added comfort and moisture, and they do not have any paraffins or sulfates. Now, they have all the finishes listed on here as well. They have 5 finishes: glossy, satin, matte, pearlized, and hyper glossy. And with each of them as well, which is kind of cool, they show you which ones they feel it's full coverage or medium to full coverage. Like the glossy finish and the pearlized finish, those they consider to medium to full coverage. And then the satin, hyper glossy, and matte finish, they're full on, just full coverage. And I completely agree with them. And you'll see that on my swatches, all of these, even the ones, I don't have any of the pearlized finishes, but I do have all the other ones, like the glossy, hyper glossy, satin, mattes. And the glossy ones, I feel like they're still very pigmented. Oh, they're just amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I can't say it enough. These run for $5 as well. Basically, everything on their website is $5 except their blushes. Those run for $8, but they are a little bit bigger. So, and again, I'll be showing you guys those. But Everything else runs for $5, which is awesome. You can't go wrong, and all the colors are just phenomenal. So real quick, the Lippy pencils, or Lippie Stix that is, this is what the tube looks like. They come in this packaging. So this is what the packaging itself looks like. So it gives you the color. On the other side, it just gives you, the name of the company as well, their address, and then it just says made in the USA. And then the other side, and it just says we love fur babies. They don't test on animals, they don't have anything that harms animals, which I love because I love my fur babies as well. So that's really what the packaging itself looks like. But again, this is what the tube looks like. On the bottom of the tube, it's really nice because it has a little cap that correlates with the color. It also gives you the name of the lipstick as well. I'm not sure if this will zoom in nicely to that. That's alright, I'll be reading them to you guys, but that's what this looks like. And then when you open it up, the top correlates with the color of the lipstick as well. And it's a twist up, and here's your lip stick, or Lippie Stix. So that is what that looks like. And then for the Lippy pencils, same thing, all their items, come with this type of packaging, color scheme. But this is what the Lippy pencils looks like. Again, at the bottom, it gives you the color that correlates with it. And then when you open it up, this is what you find. Now, mind you, this one, I have not sharpened it, and it is a little dirty, so my apologies. But obviously, I use these. But these are made out of plastic. Now, what I like, they actually sharpen very well compared to some of my other plastic ones that are just terrible, and I feel like they just crack very easily. These sharpen very well as long as you have a good sharpener. I use my NARS pencil sharpener, and it works very nicely. And yeah, it's just a pencil. One thing I don't like, the cap. I mean, this happens, I feel, with all pencils that have a cap like this. After you start sharpening, they don't stay on very well, so I will probably lose these all the time. Now, right now, the way I have them, because displayed, I kind of just took my lipstick holder, and then I have two on each one, which is nice. They actually fit very nicely, and then for each one that I have a lip pencil, they actually fit on there as well with them, which is cool. And you can actually fit two, so if you get all the matching ones, I don't know, I feel like this is a nice way to display them, especially if you're like myself, who I need to see them. Since I have so many lip products that I love lipsticks, I feel like this is the best way that you can see them all and know what you have, so rebuy something, or so you can kind of limit yourself like I have to. But yeah, these are all it. And then I also bought the see, again, it's not one of my videos until I drop something. So welcome officially to my video now. But I also bought the lip primer, which I'll be showing you guys to that as well. But yeah, so I want to just get right on to it. I want to show you guys the swatches for it. Right now, I have nothing on my lips. This is my natural lip color. The only thing I put on was the lip primer, which same thing, for it on the bottom, it just gives you, the sticker on it that just says primer on it. I don't think, there you go. And same concept, and it's just clear. Now, it smells just like the lipsticks, which they have kind of a buttercream cakey scent, which I love. I love that type of scent. I'm very happy that it's not minty. I hate minty flavors. They just, I don't like it. But it's really, really nice. And again, it's just clear. So you're not going to see it. Now, what I really enjoy about this primer so far, it's interesting because it's not like a lip balm that when you put it on, it's moisturizing, but it glides a little bit. This is very moisturizing, but if you give it a minute or two, then it just it feels a little bit sticky matte, which I like. I feel like it makes the color stick onto your lips a little bit better. So that's just my thoughts on the primer. But let's see, let's get started. So I'm going to be showing you guys all the Lippie Stix on their own. I'm not going to do the Lippie pencils just because I want you guys to see the actual colors that they have, you know, the pigmentation on it. But I want to show you guys the swatches for the Lippie pencils that I bought, just so you guys at least can get an idea of them. These are very, very creamy. Mind you, I personally like the NYX lip pencils, or really, really love the OCC lip tars lip pencils, just because they're drying. I feel like that consistency just stays on my lips better, especially since I have a tendency to bite on my lips all day and lick my lips all day. So I really like those. Now these, they are so creamy, very, very creamy for a lip pencil, which is phenomenal. For me, I feel like they do not wear for very long, that's why I like drier formulas. The pigmentation is phenomenal, so they go very, very well with the lipsticks, and they're Lippie Stix, but I'm gonna call them lipsticks because we all know what they are. You know, let's just call it how it is. But they're so creamy that they don't wear very long. Now, with these though, I don't know. Let's just show you the colors and so you can see it. But this one, let me tell you what color it is. This one is the color Bound. Now, that's what I wanted to tell you. Now, with these pencils, let me try to find Bound. Most of the time, they do not always match. Most of the time, the Lippie pencils are a little bit darker than the Lippie Stix. However, when you put them together, they make a beautiful, beautiful color. And this is kind of a good example for this one. So let me show you. So again, this one's Bound. And I'm not even pressing hard, and it glides on again very beautifully, very, very nicely. Doesn't tag. Let's play tag now. It doesn't tug on your lips, which is phenomenal. But there is the color Bound. And let me show you the Lippie stick for this one. So this one is the color Bound. This is a glossy finish, just to give you a kind of an idea of the comparison between the lip pencil and the lipstick here. But that's what Bound looks like, and as you can tell, it is much, much lighter than the pencil. However, when you go over it here, it makes a very, very dark, beautiful color, a darker brown version. So here I just kind of went over it, so you can tell the difference. This is by itself, and this is what it looks like with the lip liner on the bottom. So it's beautiful. I love it. But again, it's one of those items that you have to make sure that you either wear these by themselves or wear them together. You will get different colors, which is nice. You know, you're always going to get something new, but here it is. To swatch it, I'll look at the top. So that was just an example of that. But for the other ones, let's see. I have essentially 3 nude ones and then a really bright fuchsia one. This next one, this is Lumiere. And this is more of a peachy nude. And if you want to see the pencil itself of what it looks like, here it is. And the next one I have here, this one is Brink. And this is what the swatch for that one looks like. Now they are a little bit similar. It's just Brink, I feel like it's more of a brick color. And then for Lumiere, let me try to make the swatch here a little bigger. It's a little bit peachier. Yeah, it's a little more pinky peach, but here it is. Okay, the next one that I have here, it is, my goodness, if I can only read these. That's the one thing about these. They are, I don't know if you can tell, but it's a nice metallic gray, but sometimes to kind of read through it, you really have to squint at it. Make sure the light's not hitting it. This one's Scandy, and this one I over sharpened, as you can tell here. Lovely, right? Very beautiful sharpening skills there. But Scandy, that's what that looks like. Let me make the swatch a little bigger. I just don't want to break the tip on this one. There we go. So that's what Scandy looks like here. And then the last of the Lippy pencils that I have, this one is called Grind. And this is what that one looks like here. And here's the swatch for that one. And let me make it bigger so you can see it. So again, as you can tell, very, very pigmented. I've even used these sometimes on their own. I didn't really bring the Lippie Stix with me because sometimes I just forget. I just kind of throw it in my purse and I just put these on their own, and they're very, very nice. They can be a little drying after a while, but they're not overly drying, if you know what I mean. Some products are just so drying, you just can't wait to take it off. But even if you put a little bit of a balm on top of these, they look beautiful. So those were all the lip pencils. Now I want to get, again, onto the swatches of all their Lippie Stix. They're lipsticks. and yeah, what else can I say? So let's get right into that. So the first set that I want to show you guys here, it is the Forget the Fruitcake set. And this is the cute little box that it comes with. And on the back, it just gives you the name and all the lovely ingredients, everything that it comes with. Here's a close-up of that if you want to see it. But when you open it, it's just really, really adorable. This is one of the little boxes that I feel like I want to keep just because it's so cute. But when you open it up, this is how they come in. This part does not come off. I did try, there's glued in there, so oh well. But this is really how they come with. The other one, which is the one that I'm actually wearing right now, I'll be showing you guys that. But this is what it comes with, and it comes with 6 different colors, which I'll be going through each one of those with you, show you lip swatches, and I'll be showing you swatches as well on my arm so you can see them. But the first color here, it is Cookie, and this is what Cookie looks like on my lips. And this is the actual tube. And Cookie is in a matte finish. And as you can tell, the matte finish is not fully matte here. So this is kind of a close-up of that. And this is what Cookie looks like. I still have those swatches on my arm. Let's see. Let's swatch it here. That way you can see it. Oh, lovely. There we go. So that's what Cookie looks like on my arm. For some reason on my arm, as always, dropping stuff. But this is a little bit darker than it looks like on my lips. So that was Cookie. The next one in this set, it is called Tuxedo, and this is a hyper glossy finish. And it's a very, very bright pink. And as you can tell, it's extremely, extremely glossy. And this is what it looks like here on the tube. And I'm sorry, my lighting does not do it as much justice, but we will do as much as we can. But as you can tell, it's very bright, very pigmented. This is just one swipe of it, and you'll be able to tell here on my arm. That's how pigmented these babies are. They're not lying when they say full coverage. But again, this is Tuxedo and is a hyper glossy finish. Then this color, it is Confetti, and this is another hyper glossy finish. And it's just a very, very beautiful red color. This is what it looks like in the tube. And this is the swatch for it on my arm. Oops. I'm telling you, trying to swatch sometimes backwards on the camera. How ugly is that swatch? Holy moly. Like, oh, whatever. Just at least enjoy the beautiful colors. Don't yell at me about my swatches, please. But how, oh my god, it's like all over the place. Let me, like, look at that. So yeah, that was the hyper glossy finish, and that was Confetti. Okay, this next one is a nice berry tone, and this is called Cheers, and this is a matte finish, and this is what it looks like here on the tube. And then the swatch for Cheers. Let's try to make a better, not so sloppy swatch. Let's see. There we go. So you can tell it's a slightly darker and a little more berry here color. Yeah, but love it. It's beautiful, beautiful now for the fall, kind of winter weather that we're currently in right now, and hopefully over with soon. So yeah, that was Cheers. Okay, next one on the list here, it is called Tutu, and this is a matte finish as well. This is what Tutu looks like. And this one, it is a darker burgundy color, and this is what it looks like here on the tube. If my phone ever decides to focus on it. Sorry, I don't think it's wanted to focus, but yeah, get the gist. But this is the most important part, which is the actual swatch for it. Let's see here. So yeah, that one is Tutu, and as you can tell, when it comes to this set, oh no, I broke it! Oh well, moving on. When it comes to this set, it gives you a really, really nude color, then it goes to bright pink, red, and then it just goes to berry colors. I wish it would have had something a little bit in between, maybe an orange color on there, just to, you know, kind of go with the fruit colors, if you want to think of it. You know, there's always berries and, I don't know, greens for grapes and oranges. So yeah, that's just my thought on it. It would have been nice if they put something a little bit different here, because the last two colors are very similar and they're just dark. But we'll get to that one then. So again, this one was Tutu. Okay, and the last one from this set, it is the next darker shade, which is called Lady, and this is what it looks like here on the tube. And this one, it is a darker brown color. Really, really like this one. It's unique. You don't always find this color, at least in the drugstore selection, if you want to think of it, but this is what the swatch looks like for Lady. So yeah, these were all of the swatches for the Get Another Fruitcake set. So this was for the 6 colors that the set came with as well. So yeah, now I want to get to all these swatches for the single ones that you can buy. So the first one from the single ones you can buy, I want to try to start with the lightest colors to the darkest ones. And I mainly have just purples and pinks because those are my favorite colors to wear. But this one is called Bound, and this is a glossy finish, as you can tell. And this is Bound. And this is what the swatch for that one looks like here. So this was Bound. Okay, the next color that I have here, it is called Button, and this is a satin finish. This one is Button. And this is the swatch for Button. Ugh, that's another one. I do need to stop twisting them up that high. You see that? You like to see that too, right? Yeah. So don't make that mistake. Don't open it up too high, because now I don't have the little lovely point that I had, but that's okay. So just keep them low to avoid that. But whatever. Hey, it's live TV, right? So that way, or YouTube, wherever you're watching this. Live phone, live TV, live laptop. Anyways, so that was Button. This one is called Frida, and this is a satin finish. And we'll twist down so we don't keep on breaking them. But this is Frida here. Oh my goodness, I can't swatch that way. Hold up, guys. There we go. Yep. That one is Frida. Next one on the list here, this one is Lumiere. And this is a matte finish. This is what Lumiere looks like. And the swatch for it. Now for Lumiere, this color is very similar to the NARS Audacious Lipstick in Anna, and I brought it here so I can show you. The Anna one is a little bit more pinky tone, but when you swatch them side by side, they're very similar. If you're more like me and couldn't tell, you know, if you're not a makeup fiend and know everything, trust me, you can get away with paying $5, get Lumiere, and not have to spend a $32 on NARS lipstick. Even though it's amazing, you can still get away with it, because this is what they look like. Swatch side by side. This is the Colourpop. This is the NARS Audacious lipstick. So you can tell they're very similar. It's very hard to tell on camera, really, the difference between them. So yeah. Definitely check this one out if you like Anna from Colourpop. But again, this is Lumiere. Okay, this one here, it is called BFF, and this is a glossy finish, as you can tell. Very glossy, very peachy nude. I feel like it looks a little bit odd on camera. Maybe I look like a clown, but certain items that I've worn it with, you know, not black, but I don't know. Yeah, I like it bad, but this is what that one looks like in the tube. And then BFF swatched right here. I'm telling you, I don't know what's going on with my swatches today. Let me try this here. So yes, that is BFF. Yay, clowns. Next one up here, this one is called Easy, and it is a glossy finish. And this is up close of it. Now, some of my thoughts so far when it comes to the glossy finishes, and I've been wearing these quite a lot, so far my favorites really are the satin or matte finishes. The glossy finish, it is very thick. So if you over apply it, it looks a little odd to me. You can kind of tell everything on my lips after a while, and then you get that mummy kind of, you know, film sometimes if you over apply them. And the lighter colors just tend to look a little bit odd to me. It is still very creamy. It's just very thick consistency, so I don't feel like everybody's gonna be comfortable wearing these. Compared to hyper glossy finishes, they're still thick. However, I don't know, they're good combination, I feel like, between the satin and glossy. They don't feel as thick and goopy, if you want to call it that, which is a little odd, you know, for lipstick to feel a little goopy, but that's just my thoughts on the glossy finish. They're beautiful. It's just not my favorite ones out of them, especially since they only really have really light colors. The light colors just make everything just stand out on your lips. So if you have really dry lips, it's gonna stand out more just because it's a glossy finish. But again, this is easy, and this is what it looks like here on the tube. And the swatch for easy is right here. So yeah, again, that was easy. This one, it is called Brink, and this is a matte finish. This is what it looks like in the tube. And it's a nice, nice brown nude. I love it. It's one of my favorite ones here. And this is what it looks like swatched. And again, this one was Brink, and it's a matte finish. This one, it is Pony, and this is a satin finish, and this is a very nice Barbie pink. This is what it looks like here on the tube. And then the swatch on my arm. Okay, and again, this one is Pony. Okay, here we have, this is Corset, and it's a hyper glossy finish, and it's one of their new ones that they came out with. This is what it looks like here on the tube. It's a nice lilac color. And the swatch for it here. And again, this was Corset. Okay, next one here, which is one of my other favorite colors from the purples that I got. This one is called Brills, and this is a satin finish. And it's just a really, really fun color. I can't wait till spring is in full blow so I can start wearing this one. But this is what the little Lippie Stix looks like in the tube. And then the swatch for Brills is right here. So you can tell it's more lilac, kind of purpley compared to Corset here. And again, this is a matte finish, and this was Brills. Okay, now moving on to this beauty here, which this one is called Fetch, and it is a satin finish. And again, this is Fetch. This is what it looks like here on the tube. And then the swatch for it, right here. And again, this one is Fetch. Next one up here, this is called Wifey, and this is a satin finish. Now we're getting to the bright pink category, I guess. We got a couple of them here. And these are my favorite ones. I love pinks, just love them. And this is what Wifey looks like on the tube. And the swatch for Wifey is right here. Again, this one is Wifey. Okay, this one here, it's another very bright, beautiful pink, and I don't think my camera is doing it any justice. But this one is called Scandy, and this is a satin finish. Here we go. And this is what Scandy looks like on the tube. And then the beautiful swatch for Scandy is right here. There we go. So again, this one is Scandy. Okay, here we have Punky, and this is a satin finish, and it's a nice pinky coral. And this is what Punky looks like on the tube. And I wish my camera did it justice because it's quite bright when we look at it in the tube actually. And this is what the swatch looks like for it. And again, this one is Punky. Okay, next one up here. This one is Rocket, and it's a satin finish as well. And this is, I feel, a true coral color. It's beautiful. It's gonna be perfect, perfect, perfect again for the spring, and I'm really excited for it. Obviously, with a different eye look, I don't think it goes really with this, and I would, you know, spike my hair, do it all up. Yeah, I got plans for this baby, but this is what the Lippie Stix looks like in a tube, and then the swatch for Rocket is this one here. So again, this was Rocket. Okay, so we're almost towards the last one. This is second to last, and we got one more on here, but these are the two darker ones from the single ones that I have. But this one is called Hard On, and it's a matte finish, and it's heart on. This is what it looks like up close. And this is what it looks like here in a tube. And the swatch for it. That way you guys can see them all next to each other here. And again, this is heart on. Okay, yay! Now I can do a celebration dance because I'm finally to the last one that I'm going to be swatching for you guys here. But this one is called Grind, and is a matte finish, and it's a beautiful purple. And this is what it looks like here in the tube. And the most important thing here, the swatches, so you can see it close up with all the other ones that I have. So yeah, those were all of the Colourpop Lippie Stix that I have, plus the other 6 first ones that I show you from the Not Another Fruitcake set. But thank you so much if you made it all the way through the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I personally enjoyed it just because I love, love, love these. Again, they were for $5 at Colourpop.com. Definitely check them out. They do free shipping for any orders that are $30 or above. So really, you get 6 of these puppies, free shipping. You'll be all set. I don't think you're going to regret these. These are beautiful, beautiful colors, finish. They last a long time on your lips. They wear very well. They're very comfortable on your lips. Mind you, as I always say on all my lipstick videos, because I have plenty, just because I love lipsticks, these are very nice for my lips because my lips are very dry, as I always say. They do not kill my lips, which is beautiful. I just swatched all of these in my UI, just kind of scraped it off real quick so that way I don't take an eternity doing this video. And my lips, yes, they burn a little, but they don't feel as terrible as other lipsticks that I try. So again, check these out at Colourpop.com. If you have any colors that I did not show here that you really, really like, please let me know. I'm always looking to see which other ones from the ones that I don't have that I may like, or that maybe a little different that I may enjoy. So let me know in the comments down below. And if you have tried these or any other products, as always, feel free to leave me comments down below. Let me know what you think, which ones you like, which ones you hated, because that's something that I always want to know, you know, just so I kind of get an idea what else I may want to try or not try. So as always, thank you so much for coming by. I hope I see you soon, and thank you for making it through to this video. Bye.